Hey guys, welcome back to FAQ number 16 now. And our first question is going to be, do I need a degree to work in Japan? And I'm going to answer that with a yes. I know some people do have jobs here without having a college degree, a 4-year college degree. Um, some people come here with TOEFL training, TOEIC training, or ESL training. And if you have a certificate in that kind of training, you can still receive a job here without a college degree. Also, some people have spouse visas and they are able to get a job maybe in childcare or even Akaiwas will hire as long as you already have the proper visa. Now, if you want to teach at an international school and if you want to teach without having a spouse visa or without having TOEIC, TOEFL, or ESL training, you are going to need a degree. Just like the recession's hit hard everywhere else in the world, it's hit in Japan too, and right now there's a little more demand in the job market for higher qualifications. Not just anyone can waltz over to Japan and grab a job. I'm getting a lot of questions from people who are still in high school or just about to graduate high school, and they're asking, can I finish high school and come right over to Japan and get a job? And I'm going to definitely tell you probably no, unless you speak absolutely perfect fluent Japanese or somehow get a spouse visa right out of high school, which would probably be a very rare situation. Definitely, if you're in high school or about to graduate high school, just do your time in college. Most of us that are already over here have already done our time in college. Now, you can come to Japan and go to college. I'm sure it's very exciting. I've never done it personally, but anyone I've met who's done it has seemed very pleased with the quality of their education and their experience that they had while going to college in Japan. So there's a quick way that you can get over here if you want to come over right after high school. But to get a job right out of high school, probably not going to happen. Not trying to kill your dreams. You can do it, but you need to do your time in college or get that certificate that I spoke about earlier. One thing I should speak about, I haven't gotten a lot of questions, but I think it's important that I tell my viewers, is about owning a bike in Japan as a gaijin. Bikes in Japan are a little different from owning a bike in a Western country, or at least in America. If you own a bike in Japan, it is registered with the police. This means if you're riding a bike that is not registered to you, you can actually go to jail. You can be put in jail for 24 days and forbidden to have contact with anybody or anyone outside for 24 days. They don't need any excuse other than the fact that you are riding a bike that is not in your name. Your bike is registered to your gaijin card, which you are given within at least 3 weeks of arriving in Japan. There is a number, a registration number, and it's issued to you, a sticker put on your bike, and if a cop stops you, he can check that to make sure the bike is definitely yours. That means even if you're just borrowing a bike from a Japanese friend, you can actually get in trouble, or even just borrowing a roommate's bike, you can get in trouble. So please be careful when you get your first bike. Make sure it's registered to you, make sure you have the orange sticker, well at least it's orange in Osaka, on your bike, and make sure, if you need to, that you still have the papers that you're given when you first buy your bike in Japan. My last question is a very important one, and one I really wish I had answered before I came to Japan. What kind of medicines can I buy that are over the counter if I get, say, a cold or a sore throat while I'm in Japan? The first one I want to tell you about, it's kind of a cure-all. It's called Tabudon Gold, and a little package looks like this. If you buy a whole box, it looks like this. The box is gold, okay? And this is the best thing you can get for if you get a cold in Japan. It is a powder. You take it with water. Be careful though, because the taste is extremely nasty, and if you just put the powder straight in your mouth, you might throw up. I'm serious, it's a really nasty taste. For other aches and pains or a sore throat, I would say take this pill called Esutakuibu. Be careful with pills and medicines in Japan. There's actually codeine in over-the-counter pills, so if you're allergic to that, you might find yourself coming down with allergies or allergic reactions. So be careful with that. If you can speak some Japanese, ask what's in it, but most of the kanji is going to be very confusing since it's medical kanji. But do realize those are the two best things for if you have colds, aches and pains, or sore throat for over-the-counter pills and powders. That's it for this FAQ. I'll see you next time on Japan Frequently Asked Questions.